Greetings fellow Whovians and welcome to Timey Wimey Review, where today I wanted to do a short special video remembering the writer Bob Baker, who sadly passed away on the 3rd of November 2021 at the age of 82. This is just a short video celebrating the life of Bob Baker, but do stick around in this video because later on I'll be explaining how you could potentially own a piece of memorabilia from the Bob Baker estate. Now, just in case you don't know, Bob Baker, or Robert John Baker, was born on the 26th of July 1939 in Bristol, England, and has been most famous for a film and television writer, most synonymous though to Doctor Who. Along with his co-writer Dave Martin, Bob Baker wrote several stories for Doctor Who from 1971 to 1979, starting off with The Claws of Axos back in 1971. The following year, in 1972, they wrote The Mutants. Then in 73, they had the prestigious chance of writing The Three Doctors for Doctor Who's 10th anniversary. Then moving into the Tom Baker era, they wrote The Sontaran Experiment in 1975, The Hand of Fear in 1976, Invisible Enemy in 1977, Underworld in 1978, and the final part to the Key to Time season, The Armageddon Factor, in 1979. Together they were fondly nicknamed the Bristol Boys from the Doctor Who production team, and really with the stories that they wrote, they had quite a big hand in Doctor Who lore because they were the ones behind creating the Time Lord hero slash renegade Omega, the faithful companion to the Doctor, his robotic best friend K9. Having the distinction for writing the final story for Sarah Jane Smith, Elizabeth Sladen, when she left in the classic series in The Hand of Fear. And of course, writing, as I said earlier, for the 10th anniversary of Doctor Who with the Three Doctors, and also for the Black Guardian in The Armageddon Factor. Bob Baker would go it alone for his final contribution to classic Doctor Who in the Fourth Doctor's story, The Nightmare of Eden. For me, you have to say that most of the stories I just listed are extremely memorable. Personally, I would say the most memorable for me, or the ones that I enjoy the most, was The Three Doctors and The Hand of Fear. I also have a soft spot for The Invisible Enemy, introducing K9 to the world of Doctor Who. Some people might prefer the fantasy element of Doctor Who, whilst, to be honest, I did enjoy the scientific elements that they tried to bring into the table. Something new for Doctor Who, and sort of like, you know, something that they can expand on to make it a more memorable and exciting adventure. As I said earlier, being part of the creative team behind K9, so much so that he went back to writing for K9 in 2010 with an Australian production company that did their own spin-off of this famous robotic dog. It pretty much came at the same time as many people might or might not know that he did ask Russell T Davies to see if he could come back and write for Doctor Who when it was being brought back in 2005. Russell T Davies declined that invitation. He didn't want any previous classic Who writers at that point. So pretty much Bob Baker went, fine, I'll do my own spin-off, really. And yeah, it's a fun, cheesy children's show. I haven't seen all the episodes on that. I've seen quite a few on YouTube, but it's something I would like to review in the future. His connections for dogs just kind of goes even beyond Doctor Who, because you might not know he was part of the co-creating writing team with Nick Park for the Wallace and Gromit movies and animated shorts, the 30-minute shorts that we see on TV more or less every Christmas. It's a bit of a Christmas tradition for me. So he wrote for A Grand Day Out, The Wrong Trousers, A Close Shave, and A Matter of Loaf and Death. Fun fact, in A Matter of Loaf and Death, there is a character named after Bob Baker, simply called Baker Bob. Couldn't get any more cheekier respect than that. As well as writing for the Wallace and Gromit movie, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, Bob Baker also wrote several other shows for classic television series, including Bergerac and Z-Cars, amongst many others. For me, you got to admire his contribution to film and television, from children such as Wallace and Gromit, all the way to adults and people like me with Doctor Who, along with obviously co-writer Dave Martin for Doctor Who and Nick Park, respectively, for Wallace and Gromit. Because yeah, he's basically had a hand in our childhood and adulthood with Wallace and Gromit and Doctor Who, and obviously for Doctor Who creating K9 or being part of that process for creating a memorable character in Doctor Who, memorable scenes with Sarah Jane Smith departing the TARDIS and saying goodbye to the Fourth Doctor, creating the renegade Time Lord Omega, just to name a few. So yeah, you know, sadly he's no longer with us, but his legacy of work will certainly live on. As I mentioned earlier, there is a chance, if you wanted to own a piece of memorabilia from the Bob Baker estate. In the link in the descriptions below, there is a link to the website for an auction that is selling various pieces of memorabilia from Bob Baker. So various projects and scripts. There's a model K9 with his signature on it, as well as John Leeson's signature. There's autographed DVDs of Wallace and Gromit. There is so much from this estate that is up for sale on auction, which you can check out now. The auction is going live on the 30th of March 2023, so there's not much time left, but I thought this is a very good opportunity. I'm not affiliated with this sale auction, by the way, not affiliated whatsoever, but when I heard that this was happening and I learned that was going to happen, I thought it was best to not only share my thoughts about this fantastic writer, but also just to let you guys know, my fellow Whovians know, that this auction is happening. So you got to get your skates on. Check out the link in the description for the auctions and have a look. Even if you're not interested in buying it, just take time and have a look at what is for sale, because there is some fantastic pieces of Doctor Who history, as well as Wallace and Gromit history as well. But let me know in the comments below, what was your favourite story from Doctor Who that's on that list that he wrote? What was your favourite out of those? And also what was your favourite from the Wallace and Gromit series or movies? And any memories of watching these shows as a child, or even going into adulthood. And also let me know if you do manage to make a bid and win an auction for any of the memorabilia that is up for sale from the Bob Baker estate. I'll be very interested to know if you manage to get a piece of memorabilia. Next time on Timey Wimey Review, something I haven't done for a while on this channel, it is volume 3 of the Doctor Who Best and Worst Cliffhangers video. Until then, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget that auction is live on March the 30th, 2023. So if you do want to go and make a bid, go check out that link in the descriptions. Until then, thank you very much for watching. As I said, I really hope you enjoyed this video and this little tribute to Bob Baker. Please like, share and subscribe. Hit the cloister bell for more notifications. Come say hello and follow me on Twitter at ReviewTimey. And do check out my other Doctor Who fantastic content on the Timey Wimey Review TikTok page, and also right here on the Timey Wimey Review YouTube channel. Stay safe, everyone. I'll see you soon.